Sir, sir, do you mind moving? I'm trying to film. Baby, baby, move. Come on. Hi, alto undeva. Say hello to the camera. You don't wanna? Hi. Shoo. Hi friends. Hi. Hello. My name is Mia and this is my virtual vanity. Actually, no. This time we're going through my physical vanity because I have way too much stuff and it's starting to become overwhelming. Disclaimer, this isn't going to be a ruthless declutter. 90% of the things that you see here I bought with my own money, so unless when I touch it, it makes me rage, or it's very mediocre, or it literally doesn't elicit any type of emotion or joy in me, it's going to go. But stuff that's just fine, I'm going to probably keep until I get bored of them and I'm ready to kind of move on from them. This is going to be more of a gentle declutter. I'm going to review, we're going to look at everything together. It's just going to be a more of a relaxing video, right? Without further ado, let's get started. This video is going to be about my cheek products. So we have blushes in these little containers over here, bronzers, a little bit of camera, because as I said, there's quite many of them, some face palettes, and highlights. Clearly, as you can see, highlight and blush is my weak spot because I'm very sensitive to like the slightest undertone changes, and if the undertone doesn't match my eye look perfectly or my lipstick perfectly, it pisses me off, which isn't really great for my wallet, but it is what it is. Let's start from this direction forward, and I'm going to start with some things that I am for sure going to keep, and that is the Kaleidos highlighters, Skywalker, Star Surfer, and Prophecy. Prophecy I mostly use as an eyeshadow, to be completely fair with you, or like a special occasion highlighter. Let me swatch everything for you. Where do I put these? Prophecy. Star Surfer, Skywalker, Prophecy. I really love these. I like using them as toppers or as artistic highlighters for my prettier looks or my art-inspired looks. I like using them as eyeshadow toppers as well. They're really, really beautiful, and you can use them with a lighter hand, and then it's just like a little bit of magic on your cheeks. Like, they're not subtle by any means, don't get me wrong, they're not subtle. You can make them look more blended, or you can intensify them to the best of their shiny goodness. Prophecy is also a multi-chrome, but I feel that its multi-chrome properties you can see the best when it's on the cheeks or like on a larger area, not necessarily in a swatch. So I'm keeping all of these. Something I'm not keeping is this Luminous Glow from Lumen, I think it's called. This is a pretty highlighter, but it's a highlighter for someone that's not me. This is very subtle, almost undetectable. It's more of a satin highlighter. Like, even swatched, I can really barely see it. So I'm sure someone would love this, even with stickers and all. I thought that maybe if I add stickers on it, I would use it more. It did not happen because this is just, it's too subtle. It's too subtle for me, but I'm sure somebody else would probably love this. These two Kiko Milano blushes, they're from their Festival Glow, and I've got them in Coral Bay, which is darker, and Golden Sand. These are baked, and I like that they sit so very beautifully on the skin without showing any texture. It's like a veil of light. Golden Glow, Coral Bay. Golden Glow is more of a true highlight for me, while Coral Bay is my summer highlight. If I wear it in the winter, this is just a smidge too dark, and you can tell it's undertones. These are fairly new to me. I bought them in summer 2022 when I went to Sardinia in vacation. So I am keeping this beautiful formula. You know, my criticism with Kiko, aside from the very obvious lack of shade range in their base products, is that they keep doing these limited edition collections because I think they want to profit from the fact that people love their beautiful packaging, but they keep putting out the same things over and over. So there's that. I have these two Zeesea highlighters in HO5, which look at this. And SO2, I have a discount code with Zeesea in my description box, and I'm also going to put it here on the screen. This is SO2 HO5. So SO2 is a beautiful highlight that has more of a peachy undertone, and I really love using it in any kind of look. It's very versatile. HO5 is more of an icier highlight, and because it's so icy, it's more of a special occasion highlight for me. It's also glitterier on the cheeks than SO2 will be. And keeping both of these, I love them, and I especially love just opening this and watching this because the marbled texture and the imprint inspires me every time I see this. This Essence Catching Clouds one, I'm going to let go of it, but not because it's bad. It's actually a really pretty highlight. Super cute. It's got like this pink flip, right? But if I have Star Surfer from Kaleidos, I really don't need this. It's a duplicate in my collection. So I feel like I could give this to someone that will enjoy it more. The MAC Double Gleam is a classic for a reason. It's just beautiful. I love that it's like a veil of light on the cheeks, in that it's seamless. It's not glittery, it's not sparkly, it's just reflective, but without being that kind of metallic reflective, right? It's just beautiful. It looks like skin. Another one that has the same properties that looks like skin is the Makeup Forever Profusion Light, the one that's the cooler version. They both have this kind of translucency to them, but not because they're necessarily sheer. It's just that the formulas are very cosmetically elegant, and I'm never letting go of them. If my whole highlighter collection burned to the ground and I had to save only two, this is the two I would save. So that says a lot. These are like number one, number two in my collection. But because I have that MAC highlighter, I'm going to let go of this Essence one. This is in Hypnotic. Beautiful drugstore highlight. Seriously, it's beautiful regardless of price point. But again, if I have that MAC highlight, because I love it so much, I'm always going to grab for it over this one, and they're kind of in the same golden toned translucent base category. If you are on a budget, I highly recommend this highlighter from Essence. And actually what I think I'm going to do is, before I let go of all of these, I'm going to try to do a full face of drugstore makeup just so you can see how well they apply. This I bought because of Teresa is dead, so I blame her on this purchase. And you know what? It's not even the bad kind of blame. I really love this. This is the Clio Prism Highlighter Duo, and this is in Cream Fizz. You've got a more subtle side and a shimmerier, glittery side. Oh, this is so smooth. God, I can't get over how smooth this is. Like, look at this. This is so beautiful. Oh, I need to use this way more. Like, you don't understand how smooth it felt when I put my finger in it. It's like I got it a couple of days ago as a birthday present. And this is the Be Perfect Get Wet. So Be Perfect with Stacey Marie, and it's Dew You. I've never used the Fenty glitter, the silver glittery one, but I feel this could be a close dupe from what I've seen swatches online, because it's this glittery, cold situation. Again, a very beautiful putty texture. Another one of those products where I would just love to mush my fingers in them. It's like I'm getting cuteness aggression, but with makeup textures. Oh, I can't wait to use this on my cheeks. So I don't have any strong opinions on this yet because I haven't used this yet. Oh, let's look at this. So this is my pride and joy, but not for the products inside. My pride and joy for how I customized it. So these are all stickers. You may have noticed that I like putting stickers on my makeup, especially if it's a brand that I don't support. So the same friend that gifted me this, gifted me that one last year. And I honestly love how many highlighter gifts I have, because highlighters always spark joy, right? Even these three, these were a gift from a friend as well. And it's like, it's lovely because every time I put the Kaleidos one or these ones or even the Be Perfect one in the future or my cheeks, I always remember my friends. So that's really cool. Anyway, these are all stickers. I picked the stickers because I love tarot, and I specifically picked them to match sort of the colors inside. So you've got the star with this sort of golden coppery color, the moon with the pink, and then the sun with obviously the golden color. Props if you can figure out which brand this is. I don't support the brand, but I'm not letting go because it's not like you can tell what it is, unless if you know, you know, right? I have these two Bernovich highlighters. These are in, oh man, the magnet on this is so strong. H09 and H7. These I keep for my more artistic looks. I do use this one occasionally for day-to-day looks as well, because it's more wearable. I really love these. These are really pretty and they always inspire me. I really need to use them. Excuse you. Anyway, I really love using this and they always inspire me, and I do need to use them more, so I'm keeping them. Neve Cosmetics, why is it dirty? I think this was the victim of a depotting. It's like, was collateral damage, because this looks like makeup glue. Anyway, this is the Neve Cosmetics Glass Glow. This is a subtle pink duochrome highlight with a colder base. I really love using this as a subtle highlight, because this you can actually kind of tell that I'm glowy, as opposed to the Lumen one, which doesn't look like anything. I really like this one. So if you're more of a subtle makeup girly but you still want something that has like a little shift, a little magic in it, I do recommend this if you have access to Neve Cosmetics in your country. Fenty Beauty Lightning Dust Fire Crystal. I recently labeled all of my makeup, and some stuff I don't even remember what year is it from. So I don't know, did I buy this in 2020? Did I buy this in 2019? Who knows? Age unknown. Love this duo for the same reason that I love the Cream Fizz one, and that is because it's got like a more subtle side and then a more strong side, and I can combine the two. I can use one of the two depending on the mood and the makeup look. Really beautiful formula. Two Neve highlighters. One in Ozone and the other one is in Privilege, and this is from their Skin Glazing collection, which is just beautiful. Ozone is stronger. I call this my hot girl summer highlight because I always inevitably use it a lot in the summer. It's like I want to be as bright as the sun to offset the fact that I am partially dead inside. Privilege, you would think that it's a bit too dark for my skin tone, and you are correct. Privilege, I like using again as a subtle highlight because it kind of, if you use it as a blush topper, and I hate it. I hate it when influencers say, oh, I'm using this, I'm keeping this as a blush topper. This one actually is a good highlight and a good blush topper on someone of my skin tone. If you're darker, it's gonna be a proper highlight because it's still luminous. It doesn't show that I've put highlight on and it's too dark. It's just glowy. So I'm keeping both of these. You know I'm a Nabla stan, even though their latest releases in matters of eyeshadow are kind of meh to me. And again, shade of formula is lovely. It's just that I have plenty of stuff like that already, and I'm kind of sad. I want to buy again from them, but I really don't have what to buy in terms of eyeshadow. This is the Lunar Beauty Mercury highlight. Why is everything so dirty? Oh my god. Listen, I'm shameless in admitting that I bought this for the packaging. I was a Sailor Moon girly. This is very beautiful, but this is a very intense highlight. Like, very intense. He took Moon Prism makeup to, you know, its logical conclusion. I have to use this with a very, very light hand. If you have a different skin tone, or maybe a different skin type, and it would melt better on your skin, because I've got like a dry skin tone, this would probably work better for you than it does for me. I am not ashamed in saying that I'm keeping this for the packaging and using it during shop my stashes or as an eyeshadow. I could declutter this. It doesn't 100% work for me. Will I? No. This is a romance. I always get roasted when I pronounce this. Listen, I don't know how to say it, okay? I've looked through many videos, including from Korean creators. Everyone pronounces it different. I'm tired of struggling against it. This is in Moonveil Lighter. This is a beautiful colored highlighter. It's not sparkly, it's not glittery, it's not shimmery, it's literally a veil. And it's quite unique in my collection. Admire the sticker that I put on this, because I think this fits perfectly with what is inside, and that is the Dandelion Twinkle. This isn't obviously the original packaging. What happened was that I had a Maybelline blush, I depotted it, and then I figured that this fits perfectly inside it. I've hit pan. Wait, can you see? I've hit pan? Yes. You can see I've hit pan. I can't believe I hit pan on anything, let alone a highlighter. This is like my go-to subtle highlighter. Like this is the corporate function highlighter. Like if I know that my bosses are coming into the city, or if I'm having like official meetings with management, this is what I wear because it's not too bright. And I can cosplay as someone that does professional looking makeup and does not come to work looking like a bird of paradise. And it's also a beautiful formula. So if you're a subtle makeup girly, this is the OG. This is beautiful. This is gorgeous. Highly recommend. Let's tally up how I did, which is not great, but you had been warned. Highlighters decluttered 3 and kept 21. I don't count the ones in the palette individually because it's one palette. These I am counting individually, so I let go of 3. I'm keeping 21. I'm not even gonna be ashamed of it. Okay, let's proceed with these items over here. First, the face palettes, because I know I'm really not getting rid of many. I'm going to start with the Revolution Pro Sculpt and Glow. Unashamedly will admit that I bought this because of the imprint. It's really, really pretty in photos. But the products in here are excellent as well. I love both the highlighter and the bronzer. The bronzer blends beautifully. Just beautifully and seamlessly. And just look with my finger. With my finger, how well it blended. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but on me, seamless, face to face. The highlight is also beautiful. Really, really love this palette. Love it, love it, love it. And when the imprint will inevitably fade, I'm gonna put stickers on it. Again. The Jouer Blush Duo. I think this was one of the first more expensive blushes that I purchased. You've got this pink side and this even pinker side. Beautiful formula. What is annoying though is that like 1 year after I bought it, this corner started lifting and I had to glue it back on with super glue, which frankly is unacceptable for that price point. Like they're not the most expensive, but still, just, I don't know, make a plastic packaging. Just don't put a sticker on it if it's gonna lift, you know? It's annoying, it's annoying. But I have been wearing this quite a lot lately. I've been really enjoying it. So yeah, this stays. This is the By Teddy Beach Bomb palette, and I bought this with a great discount. I think it was like half the price. This is beautiful, but the highlight I don't really use because it's very subtle. Again, it's one of those I'm cosplaying as a corporate girly highlighter. The blushes are beautiful. They're really, really saturated. They're like pure colors, right? I've been meaning, or I've been wanting to get that Dior blush, the viral one, for quite a while, but it's quite expensive, so I keep postponing it, and in the meantime I'm using this one, which I think, I don't think it's necessarily a dupe, but it's close enough. The bronzer, I don't really use. I use it more as a blush because it's too intense and a bit too warm for me. I can only use it as a proper bronzer in the midst of summer if I went to the seaside and got a bit of tan on. But yeah, this is a beautiful palette. I am not going to lie and say that, you know, it's my favorite, but it's so beautiful that I can't help but keep it. It sparks joy just looking at the packaging, like come on. Contour Duo from a brand that I don't support anymore. You've got this warmer toned bronzy contour shade and this very icy highlight. Oh, I'm out of swatch space. Let's go with this side, I guess. I'm still keeping this because it still has a function in my collection, and I don't really have a highlighter that is... Do I need to keep this though? I mean, I do have other contours I can use. Yeah, but I do enjoy using it, that's the thing. And I've covered it with stickers, so I don't care about the brand anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it this. Whatever. These are blushes that I depotted because the packaging was incredibly cute but incredibly bulky. These are the Etude House blushes. I don't remember what they're called. Lavender chiffon cake, something about strawberry or melon. I don't even know what this one was. This is that Maybelline blush that I was talking about. Just a very light baby pink. Let me swatch everything. Okay, so these are very pretty because they're matte, and they're matte without looking dry. They're just that kind of matte that's like a veil of color on your cheeks. It's just a beautiful formula. The packaging was just annoying me. The lavender I use quite often. This first one, so-so. And the pink I also use not quite often, but regularly enough. I don't feel like I need to declutter these. I think they have some left in my collection left. I have 4 bronzers. Light bronze, Nabla Dune, Too Faced Milk Chocolate, Sweetie Pie still from Too Faced. Sweetie Pie is my choice of bronzer for the winter because I get quite pale, and this is slight reddish blushy undertones. Milk Chocolate is my favorite all year round bronzer. Dune is my summer bronzer, and I also need to use a very light hand with it, but it's Nabla. I love the formula, so despite not being a perfect match, you can see I've used this quite a lot. The thing that happened was that I had to scrape a bit of it because it got hard pan at a certain point. I really do love this. What I'm going to let go of is this Physicians Formula Light Bronze. It's yellow on me. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it's straight up orange. And whenever I wear it, I always think I'm looking just a tidbit too orange. Like it looks like I put bronzer on. Formula is beautiful. I love how it smells. And I'm sad that I have to let it go because the smell is amazing. But I can't do this. So I didn't let go of any of the face palettes, but at least I'm letting go of 1/4 of my bronzer collection. Cream blushes. Okay, I have some miscellaneous stuff here that I have to deal with. And cream highlighters. For cream highlighters, I have the Danessa Myrix Dew Wet Ball, and I am keeping this. It's a clear highlight, like there's no point in swatching it. It's clear and dewy. It's not sticky per se, but if you apply a lot, it could get sticky-ish. But I really do enjoy this, and I plan on using this for at least 1 year more. I purchased this in 2021. It's got an expiry date of 12 months. Usually with cream products, I'm much more careful. Like powder products, they expire when I say they do. Cream products, I actually pay attention. I feel like I need to use this more, and I will. And maybe declutter it next year. This is the Rare Beauty, and it's a mini in, whatchamacallit, Mesmerize. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm working on panning this, and I am up to here. I love this formula. It's truly, truly lovely. But I realized that I'm not a cream product girly. I just love wearing powder products. It was very trendy. I had a bunch of stuff from when it was trendy. Oh, it matches my nails. I will always pull for a powder instead of a cream. So I'm panning this. I'm probably not repurchasing this, but it's beautiful. Like, I can't fault it for anything. It's just a personal preference. This Keep in Touch blush in Nude Dazzling, I received in PR. It's a beautiful formula. Not something that I would have chosen. Because it's a bit too nudish orange, and also it's a bit old already. It's from 2021. We are in 2023. I don't really use this that often because, as I said, if I want these types of tones, I will always pull for blush. So I'm ready to let this go. The Juicy Pang, and this is in Fig. This has an expiry of 18 months and it's from 2020. I really love this color on me, but I have to use it sparingly because it's more of a sunburned color. Even though the formula is beautiful and blendable and sheer, it's just very pretty. Still feels okay texture-wise. It doesn't smell weird. As I said, I love it for a sunburned look, so I might keep this. We've got the Fenty Beauty cream in Petal Poppin'. Just this always gets texture on it, and I think it's because I use it with a dual fiber brush. Oh, this is so beautiful. Such a beautiful pink. Like I said, I'm not a cream girly, but for this, I'm definitely making an exception. I love this so much. It's just such a beautiful pink on me. I look like a doll. Beautiful formula as well. Romand, and this is in, I don't know, Korean. This is the Romand blush, and I don't remember the name because I don't know Korean. Beautiful language, I just don't know it. It's not in my database. This is a purple pinkish blush, and it's quite unique. I think it's the cream sister of that Etude House blush I had depotted. I usually use both in tandem, so I would use this as a base and then that one over it to intensify the lavender pink hue of it. I don't use it that often. It might be a future declutter, but at the moment I still enjoy it. So cream blushes, I am letting go of 1, keeping 3. Again, letting go of a fourth of what I have. I have 2 specific contour palettes here. This is the Too Cool by Art Class by Rodin. You've got 3 contour shades over here, and I use it mostly mixed. I got this in PR, and very happy choice for who was it? Yes Style, I think, who sent it in PR to me. Really like this. I love this. This is great all year round because I can make it darker, I can make it lighter. Beautiful formula. This is the Smoky Hazel Cotton Contour from Misha. It's just so itsy bitsy tiny. I love it. This is my Dead of Winter contour because it's quite pale and it's just a beautiful undertone. You know what? Like, I have these 2 and they're beautiful. I don't really need this palette, right? Because I never use the highlighting shade. Someone else could use it. So this goes. I do love what I did with the stickers on it. I think at this point I love more what I did with the stickers than anything else. So this goes. I'm making progress. These are 2 miscellaneous things. So this is a powder that I use for my brows, or I used to. I dyed my hair black recently, so this doesn't quite fit me anymore, but it's still good. You know, I'm not gonna declutter it. You never know when I'm going back to being a brunette and more close to my natural color. This is the Stasi Alex Matte Glaze in Blood. I use this for more creative looks when I want like a very strong red. I don't use this that often, to be honest. But it was quite expensive for what it is and how little I used it. So I might challenge myself to a usage meter for it and try to make more red looks for Instagram. So I'm keeping this one. Okay, now that we went through the easy part, let me put everything back while I'm at it. We are going to have to deal with my kryptonite, which is blush. I am not looking forward to it particularly because I know it's one of my weak points. More miscellaneous stuff here. Inglot Duralin, I'm gonna put that to the side. This eye glitter that I use. I'm gonna put that to the side. I need to move a bit. Okay, let's start in this direction from here on out, or maybe this way, so we make a lot of progress. I have this 3CE blush in Peach Splash, which I am going to declutter because I hoped it would be different. It's a beautiful milky color. It just doesn't flatter me very much. I don't know if it's the undertone or the formula or what. Maybe if you were warmer toned than me, it might work. As it is, I have to let this go. It's from a Romanian brand. This is from Cupio, and this is the blush in Candy. Beautiful pink blush. Love this. It's very soft. It's really pretty, so I'm keeping this. I'm going to also keep the Glowish blush, and this is in Healthy Peach. Beautiful peachy blush. The formula is very lovely and sheer and pretty. This is the Face Stockholm blush, and this is in Devoted, one of my favorite pink blushes. Just gorgeous. Makes me look like a princess. This is the Like a Doll blush from Pupa, and it's so old. Oh my god, it's 5 years old. And you can kind of tell because I've slowly worn down. This used to be domed. This is beautiful. I feel like this is the Italian version of all of those Milani baked blushes everybody loves. Listen, I love this. Is it still hygienic to keep it? Probably not. But as I said earlier, powder expires when I say expires. I'm going to let go of this Essence blush. It's lovely. It's just that whenever I pick a pink blush, I'll always go for a more luminous formula and not this one. But I really have nothing to complain about this. It truly is lovely. It's just not... I always go for the Face Stockholm or for the Patrick Ta or for the Cupio one. It's just I love them more than this one. So this I'm putting on the side, letting go. Peripera, and this is in Milk Tea Coral. Again, a very beautiful peachy shade. And it's more of a manageable peach for me because it's more muted, so I'm going to keep this. This is the Kiko Milano Lost in Amalfi Silky Sand, which is a neutral, more yellowish, peachy blush. I think I will let this go. The packaging is gorgeous. I might have to like take this out of the waffle and reuse the packaging for something. This is a beautiful neutral blush. I don't know, every time I use it, there's something minutely off about it. I can't tell you what. Because it's not obviously wrong on my skin tone, it's just something that I don't like. So I'm letting this one go, but I'm going to keep the packaging and use it. I have these 3 Clinique blushes in Nude Pop, which is a nude I much prefer over the Kiko Milano one. Ginger Pop, and Pansy Pop. No, Rose Quartz Pop. So these swatch very strong, but they're a beautiful formula on the cheeks, and they actually apply quite sheer. You can build them up. This formula has stood the test of time and is hyped for a very, very good reason. I'm going to let go of this e.l.f. putty blush. I don't really like using this. It doesn't apply easily with my finger because it's more of a stiff formula and I have to warm it up. It's beautiful, it blends beautifully, it's nice and sheer, it's a pretty color. I am not the biggest fan of having to deal with this. So there's that. I will be keeping the Espresso Glossy Blush. This is a gel texture blush. It can get quite a bit messy, but it's one of those pH changing blushes. What I really like about this is that it's very dewy, but the dewiness can be modulated. So I can either look healthy dewy or see me from space glowy dewy, and I like the shade that this turns on me, so I'm keeping this. I think, if I recall correctly, this was their flagship product. Not letting go of my Patrick Ta blush. This is in She's Passionate. I had this in my wish list for months before getting it. Very, very beautiful rosy blush. There is this Cover FX duo and it's in soft peach. I had expected this to be more easy to work with than it's turned out being. It's just very pigmented and I have to use a very light hand with it. It's beautiful though. It's beautiful though and I like the packaging. Do I need the Peri Pera one? If this is, let me compare. No, the Peri Pera one is warmer. This one pulls more, a slightly bit more orange. It's not necessarily a color that I usually pull for. It's mostly when I have a very warm tone look and that's rare, but I can do with having one orange blush among my numerous collection of blushes. This is slightly newer. I bought it in September 2022 while on vacation. And this is the Kylie Cosmetics Baddie on the Block pink blush. Nothing to write home about. The color is beautiful. It doesn't last that long on my skin compared to other blushes at the same price point. But it's fairly new. I want to use it more, so I'm keeping this one. Nabla Lola. Beautiful, intense, doll-like blush, but I need to use just a wee bit of it. I feel it can get very clowny very quickly. I think that if you have a darker skin tone than mine, you would have a much easier time dealing with this. I love it. I'm keeping it. Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Do I feel this is worth the hype? No. Did I pay so much money for it and I'm never gonna declutter it because it was expensive? Yes. So this pulls warmer on me than I would have expected. I thought it would pull more pink, but when combined with my skin tone, seems like a neutral type of shade compared to all of these pinks here. Pupa Milano, Like a Doll, and this is from 2018. Oh my god, these are ancient. Another one that's been well loved. I think this and the other Pupa were one of the first blushes from when I started truly collecting makeup. And this is a beautiful, luminous, neutral pink. See? Very pretty. Oh, we're almost done. There's these two Kiko Milano blushes from the Festival Glow collection. I have it in Universal Mauve. These look crazy swatched. Oh my god. But I actually wore this today. Yesterday applied with a light hand and it was lovely. Golden Peach. Which is more duochrome-y. Like you can see the duochrome flip here. Usually when I wear these, I apply them with a light hand and I don't use highlighter because they're glowy enough on themselves. So if you're a one and done girly, you might love these. Like now that I look at them, they both have duochrome flips. They're so pretty. Oh, I love them. I love them, I love them, I love them. An oldie but a goldie. This is the Flor Mat in Romantic Salmon. I had one from end of middle school to college, to post-college, and then I realized that it was older than my sister, who at the time was 10 or 9 years old, and I decluttered it and then I bought a new one. This is a very nostalgic item for me. It's a very glowy cold pink blush. I love this. This goes so well with everything. And as I said, I have such good memories. I remember Flor Mat and Golden Rose and all of those brands that were imported in Romania in the early 2000s. Like, they were my introduction to makeup and I love them so much. Laca Peony Blush was a bit of a disappointment because I didn't think the pad would be so tiny compared to the packaging. It's slightly ridiculous. It's also a cold pink, but it's a bit crazy how ashy it is. Like, it's milky and ashy on me. And I'm on the paler end of the spectrum. I will use it in the upcoming week a couple of times and see if I still enjoy it or if I want to top it to something. And if I want to top it to something, I'll probably do the same thing that I want to do with the Kiko, and that is depot it and keep the packaging because the packaging is cute. So, I didn't do great, but you had been warned that I would not do great. What I kept, 17 blushes, and I have decluttered 4. Intermission from editing Mia. I did end up decluttering this Laka blush as well as the baby pink Maybelline blush from the magnetic palette. They actually didn't really show up on my skin, so I don't know why I was lying to myself into keeping them. So you can add 2 more to that blush declutter count. Thank you guys so much for watching and indulging in my long rambling reviews and the gentle declutter. Up next is going to be the category that I fear the most, and that is eyeshadow, because I fear I will not do well there at all. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to have a wonderful morning, evening, second breakfast, third lunch, or whatever it is where you're from. Bye!